Namaste. Welcome to day 2 of the 7-day beginner yoga for weight loss challenge. Congratulations, you showed up for day 1 and here you are for day 2. Already a win. Sometimes the hardest thing to do is just show up and you're here. So let's keep this momentum going. Yesterday we covered sun salutation a solid warm-up that increases our heart rate and gets the blood pumping. Today we're focusing on strength and stability, building our foundation from the ground up with the 3 main warrior poses in yoga: warrior 1, 2, and 3. These poses will challenge your legs, core, and balance, so we'll start with a short warm-up before diving in. When you're ready, let's meet in a child's pose. Letting the knees spread wide, big toes to touch, dropping the hips back on the heels, arms extended out in front of you, dropping the forehead on the mat. Whatever happened during your day, letting it go in this moment, and arriving here within the 4 corners of your mat. Feeling the breath expand in the body with every inhale, and letting it go long and slow with every exhale. On your next inhale, coming up into your hands and knees, wrists beneath shoulders, knees beneath hips. Coming in for some cows and cats. On the cow, you drop the belly, open the heart, look up to the sky as you arch through the spine, breathing in. And as you exhale, you bring your chin into the chest, you press the floor away with your hands, and you hug your belly button in towards your spine, crunching in towards the belly. As you inhale, cow pose, drop the belly, open the heart, broaden through the chest, look up, breathe in. And exhale, cat pose, chin to chest, really press through the fingertips, press the floor away, crunch in. Inhale, cow pose, breathe in. And exhale, cat pose, imagine you're pressing your forehead towards your belly button. Breathe out. Inhale to cow pose, connecting the movement of the body to the rhythm of the breath. Exhale to cat. Press it out. Inhale to cow, feeling the movement in the spine. Exhale to cat, pressing in the heart through the backs of the shoulders. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat, using the full length of the exhale. Inhale, come to tabletop, flat spine, walk the hands out a bit in front of you, tuck the toes, and press yourself back into downward facing dog. Walking the hips out, wagging the tail, making sure those fingers are spread nice and wide. Again, if your heels don't touch, that's totally okay. Feel free to bend your knees. Just find some freedom here. Find some autonomy to move and feel good in this posture. We'll begin with warrior 1, setting up the stance, building the foundation from the ground up. On your next inhale, bring your right foot in between your hands. Right foot is going to go forward. That back left foot is going to spin at a 45-degree angle. I like to keep my ankles in alignment with one another, but if this is hard for you for stability purposes, edge that left foot out closer towards the edge of the mat and set up your stance really nice and strong. So keep the arms by the side first to come up, engage through the core. And when you're ready, you can lift your hands over your head, palms are facing one another. Let the shoulder blades melt away from the ears, but still straight, strong through the arms. bit of engagement through the core. Feel the finger pads of the toes pressing down into the mat. Although you're holding the pose, you're not holding the breath. To lose fat, actually, some of these static poses are some of the best ways to build heat within the body and to really challenge ourselves. So even though we're not going to be moving fast today, I want you to know you're still getting a good workout. Exhale, release the palms back to the ground, come into downward facing dog. Repeating this on the other side, left foot in between the hands. Stack the feet, right foot is at a 45-degree angle. In alignment, ankles if you can, or move that right foot out a bit farther to the edge of the mat. Hands come by the side to start. Once you've grounded yourself, lift your arms up overhead. Strong warrior one, dropping through the legs, but not compromising the integrity of the posture. Breath is as solid as your posture. On your next exhale, we'll step back into plank pose. Move through a chaturanga, drop the knees hips high, chest chin lower to the ground to rinse it out. Inhale, cobra pose, open through the heart, look up. Exhale, tuck the toes, back to downward facing dog. Just feeling the heat in the body. Even though we're static, we're still building the fire within. We'll repeat that one more time. Right foot in between the hands. Set up the feet. Strong, solid foundation. When you're ready, rise the arms up overhead. Lunging down through the legs, engaging through the core. Exhale, release down, step back to downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot steps in between the hands. Set up the feet. Inhale, warrior one. Virabhadrasana 1, palms facing one another. Exhale, release, hands down to the mat. Chaturanga, knees down or up. Inhale through cobra. And exhale, we'll meet back in downward facing dog. Now we'll move into warrior 2, as makes the most sense. Inhale that right foot in between the hands. Instead, this back left foot is going to drop parallel to the back of the mat on that back foot. And you want that front ankle in alignment with the center of that back foot. Once you've created a solid foundation with that front right knee stacked over that front ankle, you can take a look down and see how your feet are doing. Arms out by the side. Fingers together or apart, doesn't matter. You want strong arms parallel to the ground, looking over those front middle fingers, imagining that chin is coming in alignment with that right shoulder. Engaging through the core, holding the pose but not the breath. On your next exhale, lower the palms, press back to downward facing dog. Beautiful job. On the next inhale, bringing the left foot in between the hands, setting up the solid foundation of the feet. Back right foot spins parallel to the back of the mat, left ankle in alignment with the center of that back right foot. Spin the arms open. You're rooting down through the core. So you're lunging through the legs, but you're not sticking your butt out. You're tucking your pelvis under. So strong core engagement here through the body. Imagine a long line all the way from the pelvis, all the way out through the crown of the head. Arms parallel to the ground, strong and engaged, not flabby and loose. They're strong, they're engaged. And the gaze is over that front middle finger, chin in alignment with the shoulder. Doing awesome. Killing it. I love it. On your next exhale, lower the palms down to the mat. Step back into plank pose. Chaturanga Dandasana, high to low, up to down, knees up or down. Meeting in downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Amazing job. We'll do one more round of Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. When you're ready, inhaling the right foot in between the hands, spiraling back foot, 90-degree parallel to the back of the mat. Inhaling the arms all the way up, bending through that front right knee, stacking the knee over the ankle, gazing over those front fingers. Breath is solid. Exhale, step back to downward facing dog. Repeating on the left side, left foot comes in between the hands. Set up the strong solid base, root down through the feet, and when you're ready, inhale to rise. Strong Warrior 2. Engaging through the core, letting the breath be fluid in and out through the nose. Exhale, release. Chaturanga Dandasana, high to low, up to down, knees up or down. Connecting the movement of the breath to the body. You're doing great. We got about 5 more minutes to go and one more warrior posture to hit. This is the hardest, Warrior 3, but we're going to walk right through it. When you're ready on the inhale, right foot in between the hands. Setting up in a shortened Warrior 1, left toes facing the upper corner of the mat, arms overhead. We're going to tip the weight forward, so gaze is down in front of that right foot, and we're going to shift forward and back on that left foot, coming up on the toes and off of them. Trying to just find some balance in through that right leg, bending through the right leg. Arms are extended out over in front of us, palms facing one another, starting to play with our balance. Lifting that back left foot up and away. Playing with your balance until you find yourself stable on that right leg, and then kick out through that left sole of the foot, flexing through the foot. Arms extended out in front of you, palms facing one another, whole top body parallel to the floor, gazes down. Keep the breath flowing. Hold the posture, not the breath. Engage through the core, engage through the back, kick out through the back left foot. Doing great, almost there. Exhale, release the palms, step back into downward facing dog. Amazing job. That is Warrior 3. Repeating on the left side. Left foot comes in between the hands on the inhale. We set up baby mini Warrior 1, shortened stance, arms overhead. Tipping the weight forward, palms facing one another. Start to come up and off of the toes of the right foot. Angling your weight and balance onto that left leg, finding the stability. Gently popping that right foot up and away, getting some hang time until you eventually can kick it all the way up so that you are balancing solely on that left foot. If you wobble, totally okay, totally natural, no big deal. Use the wall, use the ground, whatever it is. Do what you can to maintain the balance on the left leg. Strong, fluid breath in and out through the nose, palms facing one another, kicking out through the heel of that right foot, engaging through the core, hugging the belly button in tight. Doing so great. Almost there. And on your exhale, release the palms. Chaturanga Dandasana, high to low, up to down, or always option to skip. Always option also to find child's pose and pause the video. Whatever you need to do, stick with it. We're almost done. We're going to go through Warrior 3 one more time, just like we did on the other sides, except a little bit quicker. On the inhale, right foot in between the hands. Shortened stance, Warrior 1. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, tipping the weight forward and popping into Warrior 3. Strong inhale, strong exhale. And exhale, release back, downward facing dog. Great job. Repeating on the left side, left foot in between the hands. Mini stance, warrior one. Inhaling up and exhale, popping into warrior three. Finding the balance on the left leg, bending the knee a little bit if you need to. Inhale and exhale, release plank pose. Chaturanga Dandasana, high to low, up to down, knees up or down. And exhale, we'll meet back in child's pose, spreading the knees wide, letting the arms go out in front of you, dropping the hips back onto the heels. Amazing job. You deserve this posture. Taking a few moments here to yourself, reconnecting to the breath. On your next inhale, slowly, gently picking yourself up into a comfortable seated position, either on your knees or on your bum, bringing the hands to heart center. Taking this moment to thank yourself for showing up today and recalling back to that intention you set yesterday in day one. On an inhale, thumb knuckles come to the third eye, forehead center as we gaze up towards the sky. The light in me honors and sees the light in you. As we exhale, we bow our heads as we say, Namaste. Today was not easy, but you did an awesome job and we got through it. I'll see you tomorrow in day 3 for balancing postures. Have an amazing rest of your day or night. I'll see you tomorrow. Namaste.